News at this hour, a presentation of Titusville Area Hospital. The road to better health starts right here at Titusville Area Hospital by Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Route 6 Corey at Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We're just a short drive away. By the Titusville VFW. Find out what we are all about at the VFW in Titusville. And by Great Eastern Cutlery. Building number 2 right next door to TV3 in the Titusville Opportunity Park. Great Eastern Cutlery, their Great Knife Rendezvous begins today. All the celebration starts at 7:30 this morning right here on Caldwell Street in Titusville. At 5:30, it's 54 degrees. The weather coming up after the news. News coming up right after this.
I love Titusville Area Hospital because it's a small hospital.
The last 2 quarterly reports, Titusville has been in the top 5 community hospitals and patient satisfaction in the state of Pennsylvania.
I think patients are given the opportunity to be cared for right at home rather than having to travel. Everything's contained right here.
We are very family oriented. I believe that we try to treat you as our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, and our grandparents when you walk in the door.
As a member of the Titusville community, I have used Titusville Hospital. The quality of care I received was outstanding.
Here is much better. It's like a one-to-one. They're more supportive. They're more loving.
Being part of the community and knowing the community makes me do a much better job. We already have a personal aspect with them. I think this little hospital is a perfect thing for this little city.
Here at Sheds Direct, we do custom building, just like my granddaddy's granddaddy used to make them. Special orders don't upset us. Our sheds, carports, and furniture are made to last. We work with Gold Star, Carolina Carports, Weaver Barnes, and our own board and back. We make it affordable for any family with our rent to own. We want to be your shed builder because we are the best in town. Stop by and see us on Route 19, just north of Waterford, next to the Circle K.
Welcome to Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We're proud to carry the area's largest selection of quality cars, trucks, vans, and of course, our lineup of Jeep products. When you come to Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge, you're never treated like a number. You're always treated like the most important person in the world, our customer. When you drive off the lot in your new or used vehicle from Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge, it's not the end, but only the beginning. We back your investment with the highest quality service after the sale. Make the short drive today to Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge, Route 6, Corey.
5:34, good morning, 54 degrees in Titusville. Details on the weather forecast for Titusville and vicinity coming up right after this morning's news. Well, the activity will begin here in about 2 hours, right next door to us here at TV3 at Great Eastern Cutlery. Their Great Knife Rendezvous gets underway, runs today, tomorrow, and again on Saturday. Now, I've got to admit, 6, 7 years ago, whatever it's been since we moved in here, the first time that they had their knife rendezvous after we moved in, we kind of sat here and thought, the Great Knife Rendezvous? And what we didn't realize was that all of a sudden we looked out and there were cars parked up and down Caldwell Street here. And there were cars from Minnesota and Wisconsin and Wyoming and Connecticut and Florida and the Carolinas and all points in between. They were here because of the Great Knife Rendezvous. And the cool part of it is these knives they're not only sold right next door to us here at TV3, they're made right there. They make knives like this one right here. This one is called Eureka with an antique green jig bone handle. And this has an outline. I don't know how well it shows up on camera there, a greenish tint outline on this. And the cool part of it is when you from the time you pick one of their knives up, you know you've got a solid working knife. Not the one that you pay $9 or $10 for at the checkout counter at the 5 and dime. You know, this is a solid knife. Now, these are premium knives, which means they're collectible. They send these to collectors literally all over the world. But these are also solid working knives. Here's another one. This one is called Workhorse with African Blackwood handles. And this, as you can see, has an oversized blade for those of us who abuse their knives. You know, those of us who use it for a screwdriver and a pry bar and all the other things we're not supposed to do with it. And again, when you pick this up, you can tell by the sheer weight of the knife, this is not an ordinary knife. Again, this is a collectible. This is also a working functioning knife. And there are dozens and dozens and dozens, hundreds of other patterns, other styles of knives, and they're on sale every day at Great Eastern Cutlery. The store hours themselves are from 7:30 until 4:30 every day, right next door to us. And when probably 80% of the people, the opportunity part can be confusing on how to find what you're looking for. For one thing, you know, it's building 1, 2, 9, 16, 28. It's not exactly in numerical order. And you'll have people driving up and down Caldwell Street kind of like, now where is building 63? And they tell them that's clear on the other end down there. Probably 80% of the people that I see driving up and down looking for something, when I ask them what they're looking for the knife factory. There's a small sign out front. They expect something more, what's the word I'm looking for? Industrial. Very nice building, well maintained, well manicured, and so on. And anyways, it's right next door to us here at TV3. Great Eastern Cutlery. And you can get the tour, and you can see your friends and neighbors making these knives. You've heard made in the USA, made in Titusville, right next door to us. Stop in today and tomorrow and Saturday. Refreshments will be available. The Great Knife Rendezvous at the Great Eastern Cutlery, building number 2. 5:37, good morning. It is 54 degrees in Titusville. From the Pennsylvania State Police out of Corey, they're investigating the theft of a motor vehicle out on Spring Creek Road in Oil Creek Township. They say that 19-year-old Philip Wagner of Titusville reported that the person who was supposed to be storing his ATV actually sold it. Police say the investigation is continuing. Titusville Community Cafe today will be serving turkey tetrazzini for dinner. It'll be served today between 4:30 and 6 o'clock. It's all open to the public. Of course, it's free. And they'll be aided with volunteers from the Townville Baptist Church. Next week, it'll be goulash. The week after that, chicken cordon bleu casserole. Then sausage sandwiches, turkey pot pie, and rounding out August with a barbecue pork dinner. It's all at the Titusville Community Cafe at Burgess Park. Brian Hunt is going to be presenting a tribute to Hank Williams at the Barrel Civic Theater coming up on Saturday. Hank Williams was a legendary figure of the 20th century pulp culture. Hunt, who is backed by his live band, brings Hank back to life. His portrayal includes movement, sound, and appearance that are uniquely Hank. A must-see event for every traditional country music fan. Brian has a long life love of music. Tickets are $12 each, and that'll be on Saturday at 7:30. They can be purchased at the Barrel Civic Theater in Franklin, or you can call them by calling 814-437-3440, or you can find them online at barreltheater.com. That's Barrel Theater. Theater, by the way, is T-R-E, not T-E-R. I don't know who came up with that 150 years ago, but somebody did. 5:39, good morning. It is 54 degrees in Titusville. Let's check the weather forecast. We got to do something else first. Today is Thursday. It's the 4th Thursday of the month. That means at the VFW in Titusville from 11 until 4 today, Randy Gray, who is a service officer, will be there. If you are a veteran, peacetime, wartime, stateside, overseas, doesn't matter. If you are a veteran, you need to stop in and see Randy. Randy can do 2 things. Number 1, he will research your records to see whether or not you have any VA benefits coming to you. If you do, he will walk you through the paperwork, get you through the bureaucracy and all of that to get you the benefits you have coming, to get you the benefits that you have earned. It's all at the VFW today between 11 and 4. You do not need to be a member of the VFW to take advantage of this. All you need to be is a veteran, and Randy's services are free. Not going to cost you 1 penny. That's today between 11 and 4. Randy Gray will be at the VFW in Titusville. Checking the weather forecast for Titusville and vicinity. Today's weather being brought your way by Oil Country Federal Credit Union, the Titusville community's only locally owned, locally operated financial institution. Oil Country Federal Credit Union. Sunshine today, high today of 80. Clear skies tonight, low tonight 50. Sunshine tomorrow and a high tomorrow of 85. Could be some thunderstorms sneak in here then for Saturday and Sunday. Partly sunny skies on Monday for all through the period. The lows 55 to 60, the highs 75 to 80. 19 away from the top of the hour. It is 54 degrees at GBS Television, Channel 3, your community channel in Titusville. That's news for this morning. I'm Jim Gross. This morning's news being brought your way by Titusville Area Hospital. The road to better health starts right here at Titusville Area Hospital. By Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge, Route 6 Corey at Corey Chrysler Jeep Dodge. We're just a short drive away. By the Titusville VFW. Find out what we are all about at the VFW in Titusville. And by Great Eastern Cutlery, building number 2 right next door to TV3 in the Titusville Opportunity Park. The Great Knife Rendezvous starts this morning at 7:30 at Great Eastern Cutlery. 19 away from 6. Again, we have 54 degrees. Good morning, Titusville.
If things go wrong, we can knock it down.